What if I told you? The most dangerous stories don't begin with violence, but with silence. This is not fiction. This is not a movie. This is a real American story where the human mind becomes the most terrifying mystery of all. On the surface, everything seemed normal. A regular life, a familiar routine, a person who blended perfectly into society. Friends described them as quiet, polite, unremarkable, and that's exactly why no one saw it coming. In the days leading up to what would change everything, there were signs, subtle, easy to dismiss. Emotional distance, unusual behavior, moments of pressure quietly building beneath the surface. Psychologists call this psychological overload, when stress, fear, and unresolved trauma collide, but to everyone else it looked like nothing at all. Then, suddenly, everything stopped. A disappearance, a crime, a decision that could never be undone. No witnesses, no clear answers, only questions that still haunt investigators and families today. So what happens inside the mind at this moment? Experts believe the brain enters a survival response, fight, flight, or complete emotional shutdown. In some cases, the person disconnects from reality, a state known as dissociation. They don't feel fear, they don't feel guilt, they feel nothing. And that emotional absence can be far more dangerous than anger. This is where many people ask the wrong question. Not, how could they do this? But rather, how long were they breaking before anyone noticed? Because the human mind doesn't snap instantly. It fractures slowly, silently, until one final moment changes everything. After the event, investigators searched for logic. The public searched for monsters. But psychology teaches us something uncomfortable. Most terrifying acts are committed by people who once lived ordinary lives, people who smiled, who worked jobs, who had families, people who looked just like everyone else. This case remains a reminder that the mind can be both brilliant and fragile, and that sometimes the scariest mystery is not what happened, but why. If you believe evil always looks obvious, this story proves otherwise, because sometimes the most disturbing stories are the ones that begin with someone perfectly normal.